Good morning, happy Wednesday. It's a hump day. It's a Trump day, right? Look at it. We're doing very well. Happy Wednesday to the Ungovernables, the Captain's Crew, the LFA family, McGroin Nation, coming to you live from the deep red state of Tennessee on rumble.com/LFA TV. Welcome to Ungoverned. Before I go into anything, I got to tell you what just took place in Jeremy's chat this morning. I guess he's donating... or it looks like MDUSMC77 is, he made a donation to help some families for Thanksgiving. I mean, it's great how amazing this audience is when it comes to helping other people. It's really cool. So nice to be a part of that. Thank you to everybody who did that in Jeremy's chat earlier this morning as we started off. And of course, you could do it all day long if you'd like. The Rumble Rants feature. So I saw that MDUSMC made a donation to help a family get Thanksgiving dinner. Jeremy just posted in the chat that let me read his post verbatim. Oh, it's way up there because this chat was buzzing this morning. But let me see. He said something for thank you for being there with me. There it is. Thank you all for being there with me, sharing, liking, and donating. I'm blessed and humbled. So appreciate everybody as well. I second the motion. Motion carries. Motion carries. All right. We are going to get into we got some good stuff today. We got some weird story about SNAP benefits, right? So there's these videos that are circulating online of people saying they're going to riot if their SNAP benefits expire, which again, I'm not going to say don't put it past them, right? Don't put it past them. A lot of it, I will say, I think a lot of it is posturing, but there will probably be some very upset people if their SNAP benefits expire as a result of this government shutdown. Who does it hurt the most? Who will they blame? Now, they should be blaming the Democrats. There would be no government shutdown if the Democrats weren't hell-bent on what? Healthcare for illegals, right? If they didn't want to give Javier Fernando Lopez, illegal alien, healthcare funded by the taxpayer, there would be no government shutdown at all. There'd be no issues with air traffic control. There'd be no issues with troops not getting paid. There'd be no issues with SNAP benefits expiring. So you've got all of that, and we're going to talk about all of that this morning. Also, I regret to inform you that today is my last live show of the week. I'll tell you why next week. Obviously, we don't like telegraphing plans on the internet for various reasons, but I will tell you all about it on Monday. I promise you, and maybe a sneak peek for the X subs on Saturday. Maybe I'll, my Saturday video, I'll say, hey, here's what happened. But this is the last live show of the week. So because it is the last live show of the week, we will be doing calls at 631-527-4545 in the second half of the show. I've got so much video to get to, so many fun clips to get to. It's going to be a fun episode. It's going to be an interesting episode. We're going to do calls again second half of the show. Tomorrow, we will have, you're getting a full hour of me and Zach Bonfilio. Who is Zach Bonfilio? Misfit Patriot. He's going to be on here tomorrow. It's a pre-recorded interview. You're going to love it. It goes by like this. Friday, do you guys remember Kelly Walker? RealFreedomTalk.com. Targeted parents. He's seeking justice for the parents that were targeted by the Biden DOJ. We have an interview with him on Friday. Updates on his case. He's had some pretty cool interactions with Ed Martin and Ed Martin's office, the Weaponization Working Group. So we can't forget about, just like we said for years, we can't forget about our J6ers, and we still can't because they got their pardons, but there's still an uphill battle. We also cannot forget about the parents who were targeted by Biden's Department of Justice simply for voicing concerns over their children's education, what was going on in schools. So we have an update from Kelly Walker. That happens on Friday. Monday, we're back live, and we'll be live for forever. Okay, so we'll be good. I don't foresee any disruptions to our regularly scheduled programming happening after tomorrow and Friday. So stick with it. Please be here. Please, obviously support the show, support the channel. We greatly appreciate it. And that's an update on the rest of the week. We will be doing calls second half of today's show. Of course, that's only going to be on Rumble, rumble.com/LFA TV. So if you're one of those people that are watching on YouTube or watching on X, I appreciate you guys and gals. I love you guys and gals. Thank you. But head over to rumble.com/LFA TV. Mash that thumbs up button. Give us a like. Give us a rumble. And join the show there and follow the channel there. And you'll never have a problem finding us over there. All right. Before we get to all the fun stuff this morning, because there is fun stuff. We got a lot of video. I've got some clips to play for you guys and gals. I want to talk to you about our friends over at OFP Farms. That is OFPFarms.com. Oscar Foxtrot Papa Farms.com. It's very exciting news, but only for the next couple days. Then we're going to get more exciting news from OFP Farms. You get 20% off right now with the code Sean during their end of October sale. If you are interested in stocking up on America's favorite soap, do not hesitate. Explore the special offer. Take a moment to browse the fantastic selection from OFP Farms, renowned for its natural ingredients, the skin-nourishing benefits of tallow and goat milk, and a heartfelt commitment to farm-to-family skincare. Whether you seek gentle skincare solutions or thoughtful gifts, OFP Farms products combine expert care with strong values, enhancing your daily routine. Do not let this opportunity pass you by. Enjoy premium products that support your health and ethical choices for your entire family. Just use the code Sean, SHAWN, right here with this Goat Kisses lip balm. Mwah! It is delicious. It's the goat. It's the Goat Kisses. I'm using the eucalyptus again. It's been a while since I've used the eucalyptus. I kind of dabbled with some other flavors, but I'm back in the eucalyptus. It is amazing. That cooling sensation on your lips is amazing. So OFPFarms.com. Use that promo code Sean. The next 2 days, you will get 20% off of your entire order. OFPFarms.com, promo code Sierra Hotel Alpha Whiskey November. That is OFPFarms.com. Promo code Sean, SHAWN, for 20% off of your entire order. That's OFP, Oscar, Foxtrot, Papa Farms.com. Promo code Sierra Hotel Alpha Whiskey November. Next up, a word from our friends over at Silent. It is SLNT.com/Sean. Let's face it, it's a hard truth, but it is the truth. You can't handle the truth. It is the truth. Let's face it, your phone is a tracking device. Between government agencies, big tech, corporate data brokers, even cyber criminals, they're all fighting for a piece of your digital footprint. And they're not asking, right, before they do it. They just take it, which is really annoying. That is why Silent exists. Silent makes Faraday gear that blocks all wireless signals, including cellular, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS, RFID, and near-field communication. Silent means when they block those signals, no tracking, no remote access, no breadcrumbs. This is the same technology that is trusted by special operations teams worldwide, used to block signals, avoid surveillance, and secure communications wherever the mission leads. And right now, all of that amazing technology is available to you to protect your family, to protect your freedom, and to secure your digital footprint. Just drop your phone in a Silent Faraday sleeve and it is off the grid, completely silent and invisible to the outside world. From their backpacks to their sleeves to their crossbodies, Silent's patented technology gives you control of your privacy. Just visit SLNT.com/Sean, Sierra Hotel Alpha Whiskey November, to save 15% and get free shipping on qualifying orders. That is Silent, SLNT.com/Sean. Protect your rights, secure your data, and stay one step ahead. Go to SLNT, that's Silent, SLNT.com, and silence the chaos. Go silent today. Quick pause. Pause. Throat spray. We love the throat spray.
Is that the new one I got you?
It's the immune support, but it's got the honey in it. Propolis.
Bee propolis.
I knew bee propolis very well. Great guy. Before we get into all the good stuff, did you guys hear Gilligan's Island yesterday?
That was such a good one.
Did you guys hear Gilligan's Island yesterday? If there's one thing I really love doing, it's writing the song remixes. I always loved like Weird Al and all that. This one took a lot. This was a good one in my opinion, in my professional opinion. So, I'm going to play for you Gilligan's Island. We're talking about the, look at that, Beekeeper's Naturals.
I didn't know that they had that.
Wait a minute.
Wow.
Oh, geez. Look, this is an LFA sponsor.
That's so funny. My mom got this for us like years ago.
Hell yeah. No. Yeah. Brennan, you used the LFA link.
Yeah. I did. I was just kidding.
Look at that. Well, all right. See, that was an unintended. Look at that. We should be more aware of things.
Yeah, we probably should.
It's so good. It is so good. Guys.
Showing the back.
I'm going to be honest with you right now. Okay? This is my fault. It's a bad look. I had no idea they were a sponsor. So that's how you know that was an honest review.
Yeah.
Oh, this stuff is great. I've been using this for months. Years, really, yeah. Yeah, since 2023.
I've just been using an extra
but I've been using an extra the last couple. So there you go. So now you know that you really will love this stuff. Go to beekeepersnaturals.com.
They have
LFA.
lozenges too.
Yeah. How about
They've
that?
got a lot of
They
stuff.
got a lot of good stuff. All right. Gilligan's Island. We did the remix. Sit right back and you'll hear a tale. So I want to play this for you just to laugh at the drug boats thing, and then we'll get into some fun stuff. We'll get into Snap, and then Jeremy's like, that is so funny and great. It is funny. I feel bad that I didn't know that they were a sponsor of our network, which I should know. But
I should too.
I think they're excited now because that's an honest
From
review.
now on, we'll use the code.
Hell yeah. And now we'll use the code. All right. Here we go. Sit right back and you'll hear a tale. I put this together over the last week or so. I had I had a lot of encouragement yesterday from Matt Brown and Speak the Truth. Where Speak was like, don't you only have one verse left? Just get it done already. He was messing with me. And then Matt Brown sent me a message like right after Speak sent me a message. It was like, another drug boat. Is Gilligan's Island ready to go? And I was like, damn, guys, I'm doing a lot today. But yes, no. I always appreciate the encouragement. Yes, we got it done. It is done. So here is Gilligan's Island, the Trump remix of Gilligan's Island, talking about these drug boats. So take a look. Here we go. Sit right back and you'll hear a tale. Let's see. Watch again. Go ahead.
Just sit right back and you'll hear a tale of a fateful trip that started on the Venezuelan coast aboard this narco ship. The fake news said they were fishermen, but they were Tren de Aragua thugs, heading to the United States with a boat full of drugs. A boat full of drugs. Bad hombres decided to F around, so we blew them out of the water. We unleashed our secret weapon, and we dropped Katie Porter. The narco boats were annihilated. Now the fish are high as hell. They got a free meal when the USA chummed the water with the cartels. And I got to look very well, by the way, with Davy Jones. You may have heard of him, Davy Jones. And he has a locker. And anybody who tries to sail drugs into our country, they're getting a one-way trip to Davy Jones' locker. That much I can tell you for your attention to this matter.
All right. Thank you, guys and gals. And I heard that Chicks on the Right played it. I know they've been playing my content for years. Chicks on the Right. They're a cool show. But there it was, Gilligan's Island. We did it to make fun of the drug boats. And the best part about it is, I have reshared Row, Row, Row Your Boat like 3 or 4 times. And every time I reshare it, people like it even more. So we're going to, I think maybe just like we have a Christmas EP, we'll have to make somebody, I thought of it yesterday, maybe we'll just start doing sea shanties every time we blow up a boat,
Sea shanties are fun.
There once was a ship that put to sea, and the name of the ship was the Billy O.T. The wind was hot. What was it? The wind
blew hard and the bow
dipped down
below your bully boys blow.
Blow. Hey! Soon may the wellermen come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. So I think that's going to be a fun one to do. Santiana for... All right.
That's my
Stop
favorite.
singing pirate songs.
That's my favorite part, Santiana.
All right, I love Santiana. Santiana's a good one. All right, let's get to Snap, because we're not just going to be sitting here BSing all morning. Snap benefits are set to expire on November 1st, okay, because of the government shutdown. And there's a lot of people who are very upset about it. So I want to tell you my position on Snap, okay, because I don't want to be like a heartless, soulless, cold person, right? There are people in this country who genuinely need a hand up, right? They need a hand up. Give me a hand. They're in a bad spot. They've hit some bad luck. They've hit a rough patch in their life, and they need help. And I have no problem giving those people help. None whatsoever, okay? I saw somebody comment on my post about it this morning on X, and they said, I have no problem giving people a hand up. I have problem giving people a hand out. And I said, that is a perfect distinction, all right? For the folks who need a hand, need a helping hand, are, in a bad stretch of their life, that is what this program is for, okay? This program is not for able-bodied Americans. It is not for able-bodied Americans who can work but do not want to work and are relying on the government for food. That is not what SNAP is supposed to be for, SNAP and EBT, period. Now, if you're disabled, if it's hard for you to work, again, these are circumstances maybe beyond your control. we can have those conversations. But there are people, and I'm not making a generalization about all SNAP recipients, etc. But there are people who are able-bodied. You can see it in some of these videos, right?
Oh, yeah.
Where they're like, we're going to riot. We're going to riot if we don't get our SNAP benefits. If you have the energy to riot and loot a supermarket, you've got the energy to work.
Who gonna feed my babies? How about you?
Who's
Go
gonna
get a job.
How about go get a job? What is it?
Here's a good one.
What?
Or how about close your legs?
Oh.
How about don't get pregnant every day? And so
Every
you don't
day.
have 500
Yeah.
babies.
Good point.
So you don't have to feed.
Well, we're going to do a flashback. Bongino Army folks in the chat. You guys remember this, right? I wish I had a whiteboard. I wish I had the whiteboard. Remember the Dan Bongino bit about, this is your rump. Get your ass out of the seat and go get something called a job. Because when you work at a job, you get something called money. I loved that bit. He did that on TV, I think. Get your ass out of the seat, go to work, and get a job. It was great. And he had the whiteboard. He was like, ass, rump, out of the chair, go to work. That's called a fucking job. I love it. I love that. Ass, work, go. It's so good. And that's what these people, so they're going to riot and they're going to loot and they're going to steal and they're going to break the law because their SNAP benefits expired because they don't want to take their rump out of the seat and go to freaking work. That's the problem here. That's a lot of the problem here, right? So again, I'm not trying to say that everybody who receives SNAP is a freeloader. What I'm trying to say is there are absolutely freeloaders who are taking advantage of SNAP, okay? Whether that's the majority of them, a plurality of them, a minority, I don't care. There are people who are freeloading off of SNAP, period, end of story, and we know about that. We know it. Again, if you have the energy to riot and loot and steal and commit violence because you're upset that your handouts are expiring over a government shutdown, then you also have the energy to go to work, right? You also have the energy to find a job and to feed your family. You never want to have all of your eggs in one basket. And you definitely don't want your eggs to be in the basket of government, okay? Because if there's anybody who drops the basket over and over and over again and breaks your eggs, it's the freaking government. Now, I'm not talking about the folks who are, again, relying on SNAP because they've hit a rough patch in their life or they're down on their luck or there are circumstances beyond their control. That is not what I'm saying at all. I would never, ever shame somebody for having to take advantage of a government program to get back on their feet. That's what it is there for. Again, there's a difference between giving somebody a hand up and getting them back on their feet and giving somebody a hand out and having them perpetually reliant on the government to live their lives and stay alive. Here's the crazy part about what's going on with SNAP right now, though, okay? The Democrat Party, they are the ones holding the government shut down right now. They're the ones holding this shutdown in place. Remember, 7 Democrats, if they were to vote in favor of what it's been now 13 attempts to reopen the government, Republicans have unanimously voted in favor of a clean CR, there would be no issue with SNAP expiring. The Democrats right now are not just holding the government hostage, not just holding money for the troops hostage, not just holding money for other government employees like air traffic controllers, etc. hostage. They are also now, they're the party of handouts, right? They're the party of free stuff. They're the party of, well, we want to expand these welfare programs. Oh, really? Well, you're not even going to give the current recipients of SNAP anything unless what? Unless you get $1.5 trillion for illegal aliens to get health care? Wait a minute. So the Democrats are basically saying right now with this government shutdown, okay, those of you who are receiving SNAP benefits, right, taxpayer-funded welfare programs, SNAP, EBT, the Democrats are saying you don't eat until illegal aliens get health care. How effed up is that? Right? Think about it. The Democrats are saying if you rely on SNAP to feed yourselves, your family, etc., you do not get those benefits until illegal aliens get health care. Hello? Does this not show you that they're absolutely putting illegals first? Is there any better proof of it than that? If you're receiving SNAP benefits and they're expiring on November 1st, the Democrats don't want to give those back to you until they can secure taxpayer-funded health care for illegal aliens. They don't care about you if you rely on SNAP to feed yourselves and your families. They don't care. They care more about illegal aliens getting taxpayer-funded health care than they do about you eating if you are reliant on SNAP. They are willing to let you starve just so that illegal aliens who do not belong in this country, just so that they get taxpayer-funded health care. It is gross. Now, I am not a cheerleader and a guy who waves pom-poms for government-funded, taxpayer-funded welfare programs. But if you're down on your luck and you need to get back on your feet and you're on SNAP, I have a lot of sympathy for those people. I don't have sympathy for able-bodied Americans who are threatening to riot, because if you have the energy to riot, you have the energy to go to work, right? But I have sympathy for the folks who are just in a bad place right now, having a hard time with life right now, who need a little bit of assistance, supplemental assistance, to help them get back on their feet while they work to rebuild their lives. Those folks are going to be the ones suffering, and it's all because the Democrats are essentially starving them in an effort to get illegal aliens free health care funded by the taxpayer. It is absolutely disgusting. That is the story. That is the story. There is no other way to look at it than that. The Democrats are willing to starve Americans in order to secure taxpayer-funded health care for illegal aliens. Period. The end. It's terrible. It really is. Just think about that.
Now, I read in a comment on some video that
Go
was
ahead.
talking about this.
Yeah.
That food banks and churches will usually help people in need.
They will.
So all these people are like, we're going to break into the grocery stores and steal stuff.
They'll be able to go to their
could-
local soup kitchens and
They
churches,
could
etc.
go get food
Correct.
in a kind way.
Yeah, they could do that.
But they're deciding to do it.
They're going to act like savages.
Right.
Right? You know,
So
they're going
just
to act
in
like
case
savages.
they don't know that, you guys can,
You guys can go there.
and get food if you need it.
The other thing that's happening, and I think this is a wonderful development, and it was actually Tim Walz who did this, and he's politicizing it, but maybe we could take a lesson from this. Tim Walz is going to, and some other states are going to fund state-run SNAP and EBT programs, as a kind of a Band-Aid to bridge the gap here, which that's where it should be in the first place. You cannot find in the enumerated powers, right, anywhere in the Constitution, you cannot find the clause, the sentence, etc., that gives the federal government the power to issue SNAP benefits or EBT. It's not there. Why don't we handle this at the state level also? This way, if there's a government shutdown in the future, it doesn't impact anybody, right? Isn't that better? Decentralizing, just like with education and a lot of other abortion was another one, states rights issue. It should be handled at the state level. It is not a power that's explicitly given to the federal government. Therefore, it rests in the hands of the states. The states should do it. It should be a state-run program. Maybe Tim Walz is onto something. I'm not going to say that a lot, but maybe Tim Walz is onto something. Let me get to this Harry Enton. It's Caffeine Boy. Remember him? And these polls that look really bad. Democrats, what are you doing? What are we talking about? Here is Harry Enton on CNN saying the shutdown, Democrats, polling don't look too good for them. Watch this.
Starting with Republicans, how has the shutdown seemed to have affected their political standing?
Yeah, you might think, given that the Republicans are in charge of both the House and the Senate, that a government shutdown might actually hurt the Republican brand. But in fact, it hasn't. If anything, it's been helped a little bit. Take a look here, the shift in net popularity versus pre-shutdown. When we're looking at the Republican Party overall, that brand actually up 2 points. That's within the margin of error, but clearly it hasn't dropped. Come over to this side of the screen. Look at the net approval ratings for Republicans in Congress. It's actually up 5 points since pre-shutdown. So what we're seeing here is the Republican brand in Congress has actually improved somewhat compared to where we were pre-shutdown, despite the fact that Republicans control. And that's the math that John Thune and Mike Johnson are looking at is, well, hey, why should we give, and electorally speaking, when our brand has actually improved a little bit?
Now, we say their position is getting better. With whom?
Yeah, okay, with whom? So I think it's two groups that it's so important to keep an eye out on. All right, change in the Republican Congress's net approval rating versus pre-shutdown. It's rallying the base for sure. Look at this. The net approval rating up 12 points versus pre-shutdown. But it's not just with the base. It's also with the middle of the electorate. Look at this. Among independents, it's up 8 points as well. So we've got a situation here where Republicans with the shutdown are actually rallying their base, but it's also something that's not hurting them with the folks in the middle. If anything, it's helping them with folks in the middle. And this is the type of math that if you're Republicans, you like to see, right? Because something could rally the base but alienate those in the middle, or something could rally those in the middle but alienate the base. But the truth is, we're not seeing that. What we're seeing is the Republican brand has actually gotten better among independents, and it's also gotten better among Republicans as well, that Republican brand when it comes to those in Congress. So again, what's the electoral reason that Republicans would give in at this point?
And Democrats, of course, they have their eyes on the midterm elections. Yeah, we have elections 1 week from today, but what Democrats in Congress are mostly focused on are 1 year and 1 week from today from the midterm. So how are they positioned right now?
Yeah, so, I mean, look, the generic congressional ballot, which traditionally Democrats have done really well on, and if you look at this point back when Trump was president the first time around, Democrats are up 11 points. Look at where it is now. Democrats are ahead, but they're actually only up 3 points. This is, in fact, the worst position Democrats have been on in a generic ballot at this point in midterm when there was a Republican president in the last 20 years. And this is no different from pre-shutdown. So Republicans aren't losing on this metric either. They become more popular, and they're actually in a pretty good position for them historically when it comes to the generic congressional ballot.
This is a concerning number for Democrats, are you saying, Congress?
This is a concerning number for Democrats because it's considerably worse than they traditionally do in midterm elections when there's a Republican president.
Harry Etten, thank you very much.
Oh, boy. That is not good news if you're a Democrat. That is not good news if you are a Democrat.
Democrats never have good news.
No. But it's getting worse and worse by the day for these people. It's good news if you're a Republican, if you're rooting for the Trump agenda, which is, the majority of the country, as we can point back to in 2024. It's not good news if you're a Democrat. Harry Etten, highly caffeinated, bringing the facts. All right. On the other side of this break, we are going to have some fun. Did you know, Brennan, that
What?
the Democrats never compared Trump to Hitler?
No, why would they do that?
They've never done it.
No.
Jiggly Belly was on with Nicole Wallace. Obviously, he was shot in wide frame again. Jiggly Belly was on with Nicole Wallace yesterday or a couple days, and he was, I've never compared him.
Oh, we're French now.
Oh, VV. Well, I've got the receipts. I've got the receipts. Some bad news, though. If you're watching on YouTube or X, you're not going to see those receipts unless you go to Rumble. Rumble.com/LFA TV. We're going to have some fun with that. And then we're going to do calls around 10:45 Eastern Time, 9:45 Central Time. Greatest time. At 631-527-4545. But first, we got to take a quick break. Our friends over at Old Glory Bank, oldglorybank.com, oldglorybank.com, oldglorybank.com. This is Old Glory, right? That's Betsy Ross. They call her Old Glory. It's my favorite version of the American flag. I love it. Love that big, beautiful circle. Look at that. Oldglorybank.com. This is your favorite president. You know who your favorite president is, right? Your favorite president, Donald J. Trump. You may have heard of him. And I'm here to tell you about Old Glory Bank. They are the premier bank for faith and freedom. We love them. You've heard me talk about how the big crooked banks debanked me and our beautiful first lady following the rigged election in 2020. Thankfully, there's a bank that loves me as much as I love me. And you know that's a lot. Nobody loves me as much as I do. But Old Glory Bank loves me a lot, too. I have to say that. And they don't debank Americans who love their country and honor the Constitution. That is right. You've heard me talk about Old Glory Bank for a long time. They're a great bank. We bank with them. We've got a nice account there. We're probably going to add a couple more accounts over at Old Glory Bank. I've got a couple ideas. Old Glory Bank is America's best online bank that serves customers and small businesses in all 50 states. I'm a customer. My wife is a customer. They have everything you need to bank online, including free accounts, free overdraft protection, early direct deposit, home loans, VA loans, and business loans. That is why Old Glory Bank quickly grew from $10 million to over $225 million in deposits. Your money is your business. Open an account today in minutes at oldglorybank.com and join the right side of banking. And when I say open an account in minutes, I don't mean it's going to take you 45 minutes. I mean it's going to take you about 5 to 7 minutes to open up that account. It's real fast.
Yeah.
It's real easy. And they got everything right. Could you imagine that? Wow. They got everything right with Brennan and I in terms of how our mail is addressed. One of the few companies to do it. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Old Glory Bank.
No one wants to put me on mail.
Nobody wants to put Brennan on mail. Right? Nobody wants to put Brennan on mail. All right.
Except Old Glory Bank.
Except Old Glory Bank. Old Glory Bank does a great job. All right. A word from our friends over at goldencrestmetals.com/LFA. And then we're going to get to some really cool stuff, including with debunking this Hitler argument that the Democrats did. We never called Donald Trump Hitler. And our friends, our buddy out there in Missouri, Eric Schmidt, Senator Eric Schmidt, went off yesterday in the Senate. If you haven't seen it, you're going to love it. This man is super based, and he's a good guy too. So we'll play a clip from him as well, taking Dick Durbin behind the woodshed and beating the piss out of him, rhetorically speaking. But first, a word from our friends at goldencrestmetals.com/LFA.
Hey everybody, Jeremy Harrell here. Look, I want to talk to you a little bit about gold and silver. When I was a kid, I always wondered what Fort Knox must look like. And when I was a kid, I always envisioned that when you would walk into Fort Knox, you would see just gold everywhere, literally raining gold, kind of like what you see behind me right now. Unfortunately, as a grown-up, I don't have that kind of imagination anymore, and I don't even have that much trust that Fort Knox has the 5,000 tons of gold that we're supposed to have there. Meaning that decades ago, we went off the gold standard in this country, which took the value of our dollar down to just mere pennies. And since our federal government doesn't want to go back to a gold standard currency, then it's time to us to take matters into our own hands. Have you ever thought about buying gold and silver? Have you ever thought about taking portions of your IRA or your 401k or your nest egg or your savings and putting it into gold and silver, either all or a portion of it? Have you ever wanted to purchase silver like this in bullion or premium? I know I do. And I know I wanted to take matters back into my own hands, which is why I have worked with Golden Crest Metals to do that. GoldenCrestMetals.com/LFA is going to be your go-to, absolutely transparent and trusted partner. Now, you can go to that website or you can call 888-308-4202. And what the good thing about this is they're going to guide you. They're going to talk to you. They're going to guide you. They're going to give you all the answers to your questions. And there's going to be no hidden fees. It's completely transparent. No hidden fees. No pressure, no surprise markups whatsoever. Clients get to see everything before they purchase. They've even agreed to lower the minimum investment to the LFA audience in order to make sure that everybody has access to this. Free IRA storage, free insured shipping, and a full range of precious metals from gold, silver, palladium, and platinum. And if it's easier for you to just maybe click a QR code, well, guess what? We've got that available for you too. Right here, ladies and gentlemen. Click this QR code on your screen and it'll take you right there. GoldenCrestMetals.com/LFA. Again, GoldenCrestMetals.com/LFA, or call 888-308-4202 today to reach these guys. They're going to be a great partner for you, just as they have been for me, and we absolutely recommend here at LFA TV, GoldenCrestMetals.com/LFA.
That is goldencrestmetals.com/LFA, goldencrestmetals.com/LFA. We thank Jeremy. We thank Golden Crest for being a part of the show. I got to show you something real quick. So producer Eli is one of the most creative people that I've gotten to know, and he creates the thumbnails for us every morning. Did you see this morning's thumbnail, by the way? This is just absolute madness on this thumbnail. Let me show you this. Did he go overboard? I don't think so. I think he did quite well. Take a look at this. Look.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
Let me see. Can I get this to fit this to the screen? What are we doing? What are we talking about? There it is. Look at that. This could get ugly. Look at those. You see big people. Supermart. I love it. That's great.
Those are the bombs that they're dropping on the cartel
Those are the 30,000-pound bunker busters. Yeah. Good job, Eli. We love it. All right, let's move on to this. Nicole Wallace and Jiggly Belly Pritzker talking about Snap. Now, before we do that, YouTube, guys, gals, I'm ending the stream. I'm sorry. You have to come over to rumble.com/LFA TV if you want to have some fun here. Rumble.com/LFA TV. It's the live stream at the top of the channel if you want to see Jiggly Belly Pritzker.